Plaintiff says, "Don't manipulate me." Then Sharpe allegedly responds,
"Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you."
That Bravo is not Love and Hip Hop. Bravo, not Love and Hip Hop. Bravo has been trying to get Hollywood to come on a reality show as a full-time cast member. Hollywood is Shannon's ex-stylist that he took to football games.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
If you don't want people to know your business, then you just don't speak on it. Now, you're not going to make me look like a damn fool. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are. You're not about to make me look like a fool.
Welcome back to StarHush, where the drama never sleeps and the tea is always hot. And right now, all eyes are back on Shannon Sharpe. But not for his sports takes or designer fits this time. Shannon's personal life is grabbing major headlines, from viral courtside sightings with a rumored flame to messy IG Live accidents, and now some explosive lawsuits. And just when you thought it couldn't get more tangled, his former personal stylist, the same one fans believe he had a thing with, is now dropping cryptic posts and subtle receipts that got folks whispering way louder. The twist? The stylist is hinting that Shannon allegedly tried to shut him down behind the scenes, supposedly trying to block opportunities and blacklist him to keep private bedroom secrets from going public. If true, this could blow a hole right through the image Shannon's worked so hard to build. So here's how it all started. A while back, Shannon popped up trending after he was seen sitting courtside with stylist Russell Hollywood Simpson, a well-known fashion consultant with a bold presence in the industry. And not only that, Hollywood just so happens to be the ex of former NFL safety Kerry Rhodes. They weren't just seen once, they were spotted multiple times at Lakers games, and Hollywood even rolled with Shannon to a few exclusive events. Between the matching vibes and public appearances, people quickly noticed how close the two were moving. And of course, the internet started buzzing. And here's where things got spicy. Folks started speculating that Shannon might be a little more than just professionally connected to his stylist. And to be fair, once those rumors started flying, Shannon did not like the attention one bit. For years now, there have been whispers floating around the culture blogs and forums questioning Shannon's private life, specifically around his sexuality. And while he's never spoken directly about it, this latest situation has brought all those past rumors right back to the surface. And this time, the stakes feel higher than ever.
When the streets are talking, where there's smoke, there's fire. Definitely think Shannon Sharpe. And it's just like, I've been around a lot of heterosexual men, and comfortable heterosexual men don't need to always defend their heterosexualness. Shannon Sharpe is always upset when somebody's saying that he's gay.
Even Mike Epps jumped into the mix at one point, and when he did, things got real messy, real fast. The comedian made a slick comment that added even more fuel to the rumors about Shannon, hinting that he believed Shannon might be living a double life. Word is, Shannon had reached out to Mike and personally invited him to be a guest on his hit show, Club Shay Shay. But instead of just saying no, Mike turned it down in a way that had everybody talking. He allegedly shaded Shannon in the process, suggesting he wasn't trying to get caught up in anything uncomfortable or controversial.
No, Medea, I ain't gonna know anything. So you can sit across from me and look at my balls. I'm sitting down, nigga. Thought he was gonna attack Cat. That nigga there. This shit is called Shay Shay. The nigga's telling you.
Now let's be real. This isn't the first time a celebrity's been caught in the middle of down low rumors. But when it comes to Shannon Sharpe, he always seems to take it to heart. Instead of brushing it off or ignoring the noise, Shannon tends to go into full defensive mode. One of the most heated clapbacks came during an episode of his Nightcap podcast with Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Shannon straight up addressed PPS, who had been throwing shade his way. He didn't hold back one bit. He said, "Mention my name again and I'm gonna put the DMs out." "I don't like doing this, but you're lying." He added, "You can say I'm gay. I don't care about that. I won't chase a lie, but I won't let you lie on my name." Then he doubled down. "Say my name again and I'm releasing those DMs because you're lying." Then came the most intense line. "You said I invited you to come on Club Shay Shay and you're a full-on lie. Now when I see you, we're gonna see if you really about that. We're gonna see if you want to say all that to my face." He tried to make it sound like he was just mad about someone lying on his name, especially after Cat Williams' appearance caused major waves. But fans weren't all buying the tough guy act. A lot of people felt Shannon was trying way too hard to distance himself from the rumors, and that just made things look more suspicious. Now throw in the fact that he was already being seen out with Hollywood Simpson, and you can see why people were watching everything closely. His decision to bring in a bold stylist like Hollywood only added fuel to the fire. And eventually, Shannon made a move that caught everybody off guard. He cut ties with Hollywood completely, but it wasn't clean or respectful. Instead of letting him go quietly, Shannon allegedly tried to discredit him, saying Hollywood didn't even help put together his outfits in the first place. To really spin the story, he went and rehired his former stylist, Shelly Davis, and let it be known that she was the real genius behind his looks all along. That move had people side-eyeing Shannon even harder. To a lot of fans, it looked like a calculated way to distance himself from the narrative and shut the whole rumor mill down. But instead of ending the gossip, it just added more heat to the story and didn't take the firing lightly, not one bit. While Shannon may have thought cutting him off would quiet the whispers and end the rumors, he clearly underestimated Hollywood's next move. Instead of fading into the background, Hollywood came back with a mission. And it wasn't just about clearing his name, it was about setting the record straight and letting people know that he was really the one behind Shannon's style game. He didn't just talk, he came with receipts. Hollywood dropped clips showing himself styling Shannon, coordinating his looks, and putting together the same outfits that fans had once praised. It was video proof that couldn't be denied. This wasn't some bitter ex-employee venting, it was a calculated clapback. And it made people start to wonder if Shannon was trying to rewrite history to protect his image.
I don't know what's in this box. I'm not going to open it until Hollywood gets here. But whatever it is in this box, I already know he gonna make me look fly, ain't it? I got the best stylist in the world. Not the United States, the entire world. Of 8 billion people, I got number one. And can't nobody stop us. Shay Sharpe and Hollywood, a dynamic duo that can't be stopped. Run tell that.
Then Hollywood took it a step further. He posted a video to his Instagram that had everybody stopping mid-scroll. It wasn't just a random clip. It was a bold move, and the message that came with it? Straight fire. He captioned it with, "Let's be clear," and just like that, the internet knew he wasn't holding back anymore. That's when things really started raising eyebrows. Because let's be honest, when's the last time a celeb went out their way to publicly hype up their stylist like that, only to turn around and erase their whole existence? And what made it even messier? Shannon had previously praised Hollywood multiple times, both in private convos and in public shoutouts. But suddenly, it seemed like he wanted the internet to forget all of that ever happened. Why? Because people believe he was trying hard to push a certain image, the kind that shuts down all the speculation about his personal life. And just when you thought it couldn't get any wilder, Shannon allegedly pulled one of the most dramatic accidents ever. On September 11th, 2024, Shannon accidentally streamed intimate audio straight to his IG followers during what sounded like a private moment gone public. Yes, the ESPN analyst had his followers listening in on something way too personal, and the timing? A little too perfect for some folks. At first, he tried to spin it. Shannon tweeted, "Beware, my Instagram was hacked this morning. My team and I are working vigorously to figure this out." But that story didn't last long. Just a short time later, he came clean on his Nightcap podcast with Chad Johnson saying, "I threw my phone on the bed while engaging in an activity. I didn't know IG Live was on. I've never used it, so I didn't know how it worked. Then my other phone started blowing up and my heart dropped." He said he immediately called his agent, the agency, and even ESPN. And that's when he finally admitted, "My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male." Shannon went on to say how embarrassed he was, calling himself a very private person, and explaining how tough it was to know the entire internet had just heard something so personal. "I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons," he said, But despite the emotional response, a whole lot of fans weren't buying it. People started saying the whole thing felt strategic, like a carefully planned slip-up to shut down the rumors and get ahead of the gossip wave. They felt the accident looked more like a PR play than an actual mistake, and given the timing, it had the internet split down the middle. Let's keep it real. How does someone accidentally go live on Instagram like that? Fans weren't buying it, especially once they pointed out how many steps it actually takes to start an IG live. Swipe, swipe again, then press go. That's not something that just happens by mistake. And from what people heard on that audio, it wasn't even giving what Shannon thought it was giving. The clip didn't do much but spark more questions than answers. And that's where Hollywood Russell came right back into the picture. Russell wasn't about to let Shannon control the narrative without a fight. He started off subtle, dropping cryptic posts on Instagram that had fans second-guessing everything Shannon had just said. One of his IG stories read, "I love my private life. You may see a little bit, but you won't see much. I'll tell you that. And the hardest thing I ever had to do is shut up." That post alone had people glued to their screens, waiting for the next move. But Russell didn't stay cryptic for long. He soon came straight for Shannon's explanation without any sugarcoating. He posted a bold message that said, "Accidentally going live. When you have to open the app, swipe right, then swipe left twice and hit the button is absolutely insanely impossible." That post had the internet buzzing. And if Shannon wasn't sweating before, that moment definitely had him on edge. Then came another spicy story. Hollywood posted a meme with the caption, "Don't push me." That alone sent the message loud and clear. He had more tea and he was on the edge of spilling it all. He followed that up with another cryptic message, writing, "So much I want to say, but nah." And in the caption, "I'll wait till the right time." It was clear Russell wasn't just ranting. He was calculated and ready, waiting for the right moment to pull the curtain back even more. And the most telling post of all, he said this directly. "I know how Shannon operates, and I wouldn't put it past him to plan something like this." Let's not forget, this is the same man who made waves in the past by calling out NFL player Kerry Rhodes, revealing private details that sparked an entire media storm.
You don't want people to know your business, then you just don't speak on it. Now, you're not going to make me look like a damn fool. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are. You're not about to make me look.
So listen, if Hollywood Russell is even hinting at someone living a double life, best believe people are going to take that seriously. This is a man who's shown before that when he speaks, he's got receipts to back it up. But here's the thing, despite all the cryptic posts, memes, and subtle shade, Hollywood never actually dropped the full tea on Shannon. And now fans are convinced it's because Shannon found a way to shut him down behind the scenes. Sources say Shannon was still keeping tabs on Hollywood even after firing him, watching his moves and making sure nothing major slipped out. And when the public discrediting didn't stick the way he hoped, Shannon allegedly tried a different route. According to Media Takeout, Bravo had reached out to Hollywood with an offer to join a reality TV series, and not just as background, but as an on-screen personality. That could have changed everything. But guess what? That opportunity reportedly got blocked too. Word is, Hollywood's team told Tasha K that Shannon was doing everything he could behind the scenes to stop that deal from happening, all to keep his own name from being dragged back into the headlines.
But according to Hollywood's team, his ex-stylist, he's been asked to do Love and Hip Hop, I believe. That Bravo is not Love and Hip Hop. Bravo, not Love and Hip Hop. Bravo has been trying to get Hollywood to come on a reality show as a full-time cast member. Hollywood is Shannon's ex-stylist that he took to football games, basketball games, sat courtside, bought him chains and everything, just really laid him out, okay? And however, according to the team, Shannon is trying to stop it because he thinks things will come out about him.
And just like that, Hollywood was completely sidelined. After already getting his reputation dragged through the mud publicly by Shannon, this latest roadblock was like the final nail in the coffin for his career. Fans are now speculating that Hollywood didn't fully air Shannon's business because he felt pressured and blackballed behind the scenes. Now, Shannon might have succeeded in shutting down the Hollywood situation, but that didn't stop other headlines from coming for him hard. This time, Shannon's name is making waves for something far more serious. He's facing backlash over allegations from a woman, and it's gotten so intense that he's reportedly stepping away from ESPN, at least for now. Shannon issued a statement that read, "At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding to these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason." But from the way it's looking, this lawsuit isn't going anywhere anytime soon. The legal team representing Shannon has already taken a bold step by releasing explicit text messages between him and the woman involved, referred to in court as Jane Doe. One of the texts allegedly shows Jane saying, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and tie me up and do bad things to me." But here's where things get even more complicated. Her lawyer, Tony Busby, says those messages were from before the alleged incident, and he's calling out Shannon's team for using old texts to confuse the narrative. Busby released a strong response. Every text that Mr. Sharpe's counsel released today, purportedly from Jane Doe, are dated prior to the alleged incident in the lawsuit. These messages were clearly put out to distract the public from the real issue at hand, and it won't work. In the legal filings, Jane Doe accuses Shannon of trying to manipulate and control her. She says he repeatedly threatened her and became verbally aggressive, even allegedly threatening to choke her and speaking to her in a threatening tone. According to the case, the two met in Los Angeles in 2023, starting off in a consensual relationship, but things reportedly turned dark. Jane claims Shannon recorded their private moments without her permission and shared the content, crossing a major line of trust. She also points to two incidents, one in October 2024 and another in January 2025, where things allegedly escalated and turned physical. These moments, she says, left her shaken and determined to seek legal justice. Shannon's legal team is standing firm. His attorney, Lanny J. Davis, insists that the entire situation has been twisted and that what took place was part of a consensual adult relationship that involved role-playing and fantasy-based communication. And with his name and over $50 million on the line, plus his reputation in the spotlight, Shannon is doing everything possible to fight back. He even went so far as to release a video statement, hoping to defend himself directly and change the public conversation.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
Today, the former NFL star turned podcaster posting this video statement in response to a Nevada civil lawsuit filed by a woman who says her consensual relationship with Sharpe eventually led to multiple assaults. The lawsuit also accuses Sharpe of secretly recording their sexual encounters without her consent. The plaintiff, listed as Jane Doe, is represented by attorney Tony Busby, who has represented accusers in several high-profile sexual assault cases, and who Sharpe called out by name.
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
Also new today, Jane Doe's attorney releasing an audio clip alleging it shows Sharpe threatening the plaintiff.
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
The plaintiff says, "Don't manipulate me." Then Sharpe allegedly responds,
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you.
And just like that, fans are calling it for what it is. Many believe Shannon's response video was textbook damage control for someone in his position. He came off polished, controlled, and trying to clean up a mess that may already be too big to sweep under the rug. That's exactly why you won't see a whole crowd rallying behind him right now. With Hollywood Russell's cryptic posts and Jane Doe's legal claims, people feel like they've seen enough to start forming a picture of who Shannon really is behind the scenes. And let's be honest, it's not looking too good. But we want to know what you think. Did Shannon really try to silence his former stylist? Is he just trying to protect his legacy? Or is he moving shady behind closed doors? And what happens next? Will he try to go after Hollywood again now that the spotlight is back? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. don't hold back. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and smash that bell so you never miss the next drop. Share this with someone who's been keeping up with the Shannon drama. I'll catch you on the next one, my stars and my hushers. Stay sharp, stay tuned, and keep those receipts ready.